Hey fellow garden gnomes, this is Brittany. Welcome back to my channel. It is a lovely double-digit temperature day here in mid-April, and so I'm going to do some garden maintenance. Still not much going on in the garden, but I can do some pruning and clip back some of the dead plants that I forgot or just didn't have time to clip back in the fall. So here I'm just going to show you the state of my grape and kiwi vines, which are on my fruit tunnel. So here's what it's looking like now. I actually did do some pruning a couple days ago, and I'll actually put up a picture of what it looked before. Mostly there was a bunch of stuff up above that I wanted to get rid of to neaten it up, because I mean, if it were to grow fruit on the twigs up there, I wouldn't be able to get at it anyway. So these are actually all the branches that I pruned off a few days ago. I just went around and collected them, but I'm going to do a bit more pruning because I was actually watching some videos about grapevines, and kiwi vines apparently are pretty similar to grapevines, so I'm gonna just treat it the same way when I'm pruning. And apparently aggressive pruning is really encouraged to get the best production, and that makes sense because I've had both my grape and my kiwi vines planted since 2019, and my kiwi vines only first produced fruit for me last summer. So that was after 6 years of growth. And then my grapevines have been producing the last maybe 3 or 4 summers and falls, but the fruit has been very small and kind of tart. Even though it changed color and gained some sweetness, they weren't anything like grapes that you'd get in the grocery store. And so after learning a bit more about grapevines and how to prune grapevines, I'm realizing that there's just a lot of extra growth here that I probably don't want. Same with the kiwi vines. And so I'm gonna go through with my clippers here, which I wiped down with some rubbing alcohol, and just get rid of some of these like extra twigs that I don't really want or need. So I'll put you guys on a tripod and you can watch. So that's a lot neater now. I tried really hard to get rid of any vines that were sort of either going in or out. Like I want them to stay pretty neatly along the fence. This is a cattle panel actually. I have 3 of them forming this tunnel. And yeah, I did kind of prune it aggressively, but the thing is, I haven't really pruned either vine since I planted them in 2019, and my research as of late has told me that pruning is important for production, And like I said, I didn't get kiwis until last year, and my grape production has not been the greatest, so I figured, okay, I'll try some aggressive pruning and see how that goes. So hopefully I get a good result, and then I'll know what I need to do going forward. So I'm just going to collect some of the twigs that I didn't get into the wheelbarrow and dump the wheelbarrow load, and then go around to the next area that I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup. Okay, I went and took a little break, and now it's time to trim and clean up my blackberry bush. Specifically, what I want to be removing are not these. This is the new growth, and this will be producing blackberries this year. Instead, I'm removing this old gray growth that already produced blackberries last year, because that's not going to produce blackberries again. So, ooh, it's a little bit of a prickly job. Now I'm actually cutting down a little bit of the new growth, just because blackberries do spread, and so I haven't figured out yet what I want to do to try and help contain them. What these will do is, once they get a lot of berries on them, they tend to bend over quite a lot and take up a lot more space than they're taking up right now. And so, just as a way of trying to keep that from getting too unruly, I'm going to remove some of these newer canes. As well as clearing out canes that sprouted a certain distance away from my main bunch, I'm also thinning them out. So here's my cleared out blackberry bush. There's all the stuff. I'm not even sure if it shows up on camera really well, how much more thinned out this is, but this will be much more manageable. You know, I'll be able to get in and pick blackberries without being too badly torn up by the thorns. So I need to go dump this, but first I thought I'd show, I think my pear tree has some buds on them. I don't know if you can see them very well, but it's still late winter, very, very early spring here, I guess, but it's nice to see some signs of spring. So I was going to clean up my front gardens, which are over there, but I'm kind of tired. I want to make dinner and stuff, so I'm just gonna finish up. I'm happy with what I got done, and I'll come out another day and do the front gardens. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you know of anyone who enjoys this content, please share, and if you'd like to see more, please hit that subscribe button. Happy gardening!